Well, hey there, friends, and welcome here to AI in Hospitality Insights. And this is actually your live session of AI Hospitality Insight. I'm your host, Adam Mork. And today, and in this session, I'm going to kind of cover AI in hospitality and how you can transform your hotel with blue ocean innovation. Now, I want to welcome you here to the future because we are talking about artificial intelligence, or AI as we call it, and how it's going to take your hotel from good to wow. And this is a wow in a context with the new technology that we now are wrapping up and discovering that's going to help the hotels in a whole new way that we have never experienced before. And we will dive into how AI, when used smartly, that's the key. You have to use it smartly. It can help you create your own blue ocean where you're swimming solo in an uncontested, and I say uncontested, market, making the competition irrelevant. Does that sound good? Something that your hotel might be looking into? But first, where's everybody from here? Like let me know in your chat or below in comments when you view this live session here. We're not going to just talk about AI today. We're going to talk about how to revolutionize your hotel's game plan in itself and create experiences that nobody can match. And so let's get this party started. So the first part we will look at is the AI, your hotel's secret weapon to a blue ocean. And alright, there is a lot of buzz about the AI and hype also for that matter. But think about it like this: AI is a tool that helps you break away from the competition and create your own blue ocean where your hotel stands out because it's offering something else, completely unique that nobody else is offering. And I have a quick question in that context. It's like, what's one thing your hotel today does differently from your competitors? If you do something different, you can either drop it in the chat here, or you can leave a comment on how you believe that your hotel is standing out. And that's this. Don't have to necessarily do with AI, but that can be in any type of context. But how you differentiate from your competition. Now, the key here is that we now imagine that AI could take that one thing and amplify it tenfold. That's how you create the blue ocean, and that's what we really want to do. That's why it's like, for me, it's so important that I see all the strategies I work with with AI and the hotels is in context with blue ocean, where we focus on cost effectiveness and value innovation, and in context with what your unique hotel offers is going to, or experiences is going to be in the future. So imagine that your hotel offers a specialized wellness retreat, for example, and with AI you can track guest preferences and behavior to offer ultra personalized experiences, like a tailored meditation guide waiting in their room, or a customized spa treatment based on their past stay. This isn't just luxury, it's next level personalization that keeps guests coming back for more. And this is something that really is unique when it comes to AI. And I work with closely with AI chatbots where we collect a vast amount of data. I also work with geolocation AI tools where we also collect data, a vast amount of data, but in a different setting. And when we look at this data, it's just amazing all the type of information that we get from the customers. We have to figure new ways how to sort out all this information in a way that adds value to your hotel, and then use it in a context to create new experience offers for the customers. And this is where we see that personalization is something that is going to really help the hotel. Now we are not just talking about personalization anymore. Now we are putting it into a context that's going to help amplify every component in the hotel experience, and not just inside the wall of the hotels, but outside the walls of your hotel. So this is something that that you need to think about and be prepared for. This is the next part we will cover is going to be about AI and humans teaming up, where we look at creating a fair process with your Blue Ocean initiative. And now some of you might be wondering, is AI going to leave my team behind? And the answer is easy there. That's a clear no. AI is here to complement your staff, not replace them. And here's where the concept of fair process comes into play. And you gotta involve your team in the AI integration process. Listen to the input, let them know how AI will help them, and make them part of the journey. This is so critical in the what we call the fair process. Before there's three components that when we look at AI and the fair process, and the three components is what we call engagement, explanations, and expectation clarity. And all these three components we see up against the mindset, because AI is like anything else, and particularly because there's a lot of perception that is when it comes to AI. It's a little bit of what we call it a Hollywood type of AI perception, where they think it's going to be just a bunch of robots that are going to take over everything in the hotel, and they're going to be replaced by robots, or you're going to automate every task that's possible in a hotel, and their function or that job that they're doing is going to be obsolete. So we know that with AI there comes a lot of fear, there comes a lot of uncertainty, and most of definitely there's going to come a lot of doubt. And we have to realize that like a lot of the tools we see today, and there's no lack of tools, AI tools that can help your hotel in with anything you want today. That's not the challenge. That's not the problem today. The challenge is often lays in getting your team up to speed and educate them in context with these tools, and make sure that you focus on, when you're investing in AI, that you invest in both people and the right type of learning, and also the right type of tools for your hotels. Don't just invest in the shiny tools that you believe is going to transform everything for your hotel. That's not how it's going to work. And when we look at the mindset in this context with engagement, explanation, expectation, clarity, we have to be aware of that if you people goes down the ladder of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, they will often start with resisting the change or the transformation, or in worst case, we can see that they start sabotaging this transformation. And so we want to make sure that we put in place a systems that because this is all about being AI ready. You need to have an AI readiness process in place that's focused on evaluating, and we will get to this. And in a nutshell, the FAIR process means making sure your staff understand the why. That's the key. They need to understand the why behind the changes that AI is going to bring, or rather the transformation that AI is going to bring. You have to involve them in decision making, explain the rationale, and then execute the AI process together. and it's all about transparency and collaboration. AI isn't some secret weapon that only management knows about. This is something that everybody can access today. And when your team is on board, that's when you're going to see your hotel is going to thrive with AI. And the key area is thriving with about AI. Now, think of your staff and AI like co-pilots on a plane. The plane flies best when everyone knows their role and works together. And it's going to be the same in the hotel. It's like everybody knows their role and working together. And the FAIR process is about making sure everyone has a seat in the cockpit. So let me know in the chat or in the comments, what's one area you think AI could lighten the load for your staff? How do you think your team will benefit? So here in the next segment, we will be focused on well-run hotels, because we still have a lot of hotels that runs tremendous operations, and we have also hotels that are struggling a little bit more. So how can AI help them? Either you are a well-run hotel or you're a struggling hotel. How can we help you find your blue ocean? Now, whether you are a hotel that is at the top of its game, or you need a boost, AI can be your gateway to create that blue ocean and tap into uncontested market space where you can thrive without competing on the price. And let's look at, like, for example, if you have a well-run hotel, for those hotels that are already crushing it, and without utilizing AI helps you break down away from the pack by offering innovative services that no one else is doing. So you're not taking anything away. You're just going to add new values, add new experiences, and focus on the hyper personalized. And if you already are personalized, you want to take that to a whole new level, and focus on more dynamic pricing, personalized guest experiences, and even AI-driven amenities like smart rooms. You're not just competing anymore. You are now leading the way with AI, because you want to continue to be the leader. You want to continue to be that well-run hotel that you are, and despite of what markets trends is going on, and what the economy is saying, the political environment is saying, you want to be that, still be the leading hotel. Now on the other side, if you are a struggling hotel, if you need to help finding your footing, AI most definitely can help you identify new value propositions will set you apart, and maybe you're the hotel that tailors every experience to each guest using AI-powered insights. That could be something that you look at, because that we know that the next generation of customers, the next generation of your workers are going to be Generation C, which is all pretty much is learning it from AI from almost from birth today, and it, you know that they're using these tools in a whole new way that beyond what we are doing still actually today. So at that point, it's going to be a whole other game for the hotels. And when you are in the blue ocean, where you're no longer competing on the price, but you are competing on the value. That's what you want to transform into, competing on value. And picture this, that your hotel is like a ship. If it's well run, AI is the wind in your sails, pushing you into new waters. If it's struggling, AI is your compass, helping you navigate through choppy seas and find calmer, uncontested water, which means you're finding now your blue ocean. And the next part, we will look at the implementation, or the AI implementation strategy, making fair process part of your AI game plan. So now we're putting in the engagement, explanation, and expectation clarity into a context, into a system. So if you're pumped about AI and creating a blue ocean, let's talk about how to actually get started. And yes, fair process need to be part of your game plan. And first, it's always about AI readiness. Before you implement AI, you have to involve your team from day one. And this is so critical. You have to assess or audit or evaluate where your hotel stands in terms of tech readiness, and get feedback from your staff. But this is so many hotels that as leaving this critical key point on the table, that because they don't know what they already have. You think you have nothing, but you actually will discover that you have more than you actually thought, or less, or vice versa, less than you thought you had. And this is what you need to discover, that so, because we don't want to invest in something that is going to really hurt your hotel in the long run, and then you will start to experience that the staff is going to flee from your hotel. But it's like, learn from your staff. What task do they think, and then what task do your staff think that they could be improved with AI? Make sure they understand the why. That's the key with the whole blue ocean principles. Like, make sure that they understand the why behind this transformation. And that's fair processing actions, getting buy-in and creating a sense of ownership. This is something that is crucial to understand, that once your team gets ownership, you will start seeing them volunteer and take initiatives and come with more innovative suggestions and ideas themselves to bring that to the table. And they will be part of something really unique for your hotel, and that is just really exciting. And the key for many hotels, like what we suggest, is to run pilot programs. Start with pilot programs before you do anything. Test and get feedback. Don't just implement AI overnight. Start with small pilot programs. Like I will typically recommend, and that's not just because I'm working with the AI chatbot assistant for hotels, but this is usually what we see with most hotels. It's a great starting point for hotels to invest in a chatbot. Most of them are very cost effective and will help provide tremendous information and learning for the hotel. It's a great tool for so many purposes for the hotel. And this can help you with the automating bookings and personalized marketing. Test this out and get feedback from your team, what's working, what isn't. Uh, the fair process itself means keeping your team in the loop and adjusting as needed, because they will, because not only are the AI tool learning, but also the employees learning. So it's two different learning processes going on there. And if there's anyone here already running an AI pilot programs, let me know how it's going. Let me know in the comments or in the chat if you're on chat. Don't hesitate to let me know how it's going if you're running a pilot program, and share your experience. Once you get like the next step, then of course after we run the pilot programs and get all the employees on board, and you see that it's working for the hotel and doing the things that we expect, then we look into the integration on the different into the full integration into day-to-day operation for the hotel. And once you get the green light for the pilot, that's when you start the full integration. AI now becomes part of your whole hotel's DNA, and where you can start focus on streamlining guest experiences, automate operations, and help also get help to innovate and become more creative and in ways that your competitions can't touch. But don't forget, the fair process doesn't end here. Keep checking in with your team, tweaking the system, and ensuring still everybody on board, because that's the key. This is a learning process for everybody, and this is an ongoing learning process. This learning with AI is something that we see is never going to stop. It's going to be something that new that we discovering, and it's evolving so fast. So we really need to be on a whole nother page today. This is a paradigm shift for the industry, and how we can also start now creating new revenue stream, and not only creating new revenue stream, but now we have a golden opportunity to amplify existing revenue streams. So we're going to make everybody happy. That's the key. We want to make everybody happy. Think of this fair process as a foundation of a house. You can build a strong AI-driven operation without making sure the foundation, your team, is understanding and buying into this, and that it is a solid foundation so that will take a. For me, I live in a tornado alley. Here we want to make sure that our foundation can sustain tornadoes, or that we have safe places that can sustain the tornado. That is key. Now the next part of this is about AI investment strategies, like investing in your blue ocean, because this is the key, because we want to make sure that all investments is smart. We want to make sure that this is cost effective for the long run. It's like in some cases, for some hotels, you might have to do a larger investment up front. So that's why we want to make sure this is a smart investment for your hotel. And so let's talk a little bit dollars and cents. How do you make smart investments in AI while also ensuring you're creating, as I said, a blue ocean for your hotel? Now, of course, this goes a little bit back to something I mentioned here earlier, or just a little bit. Start with a research. Research is key, of course, or audit or evaluation, and a pilot project. You want to invest in targeted areas. Figure out what AI tools are most likely to help you create unique guest experiences, and that will set your hotel apart. And remember, you're not just investing in tech, you're investing in your hotel's future and how you can differentiate from other hotels in your area. And that's key. So we, we go through a phase, that's the first phase. The second phase is more this, then you start scaling the investment, like expanding your blue ocean. As your pilot programs prove successful, slowly start expand AI into other areas of your hotel. And this is where you really start creating a blue ocean strategy. Imagine offering more hyper personalized guest experiences based on the insight now you have been able to cover through the AI tools that you already implemented. For example, like you've done with the AI assistant chatbot. Now you can create experiences that your competitors can't replicate. That's key. Like that's what you want to provide. You want to be something truly unique. And then you come to the next phase where you start full adoption of the AI and locking into your true competitive advantage. When you see the return of the investment, then it's time to consider going all in on AI, and where AI becomes part of everything your hotel does and everything that you stay in your blue ocean market and keep evolving with and through the market. So think of AI investment like building a custom yacht, for example. You start with a design, what makes you unique there. Then you build it, making sure every feature helps you sail smoothly into those uncontested waters where your guest can't find this experience anywhere else. And that's where we want to be. We want to move to a place where the experience is something that the guest can't find at any other hotel. That's where they will start becoming your raving fans, and it's going to refer you to their friends, family, and network. So, in this concept, like look at some examples of how AI and blue ocean strategy work together, because we need to marry these two things and offer experiences like no one else can. And the first part is, of course, what I talked about. Now we now are at the point where we now can create hyper-personalized guest experiences or hyper-personalized guest marketing campaigns. With AI, you can analyze now guest data and send hyper-personalized offers. Mrs. Smith or Mr. Smith gets a customized wellness package, while Mr. or Mrs. Lee receive an outdoor adventure itinerary tailored just for him and her. And your hotel now becomes more than just a stay. It becomes an experience designed for every guest. Another aspect is dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing, the right at with a twist. And it's like AI can adjust prices in real time. But it also allows you to offer exclusive, limited time deals that are completely personalized to the guest preferences. You're not just adjusting prices, you're adding value that no one else can offer. So this is now where we start seeing that it is going to take us, your hotel, to a whole new level. And then third, we have the AI concierge service. Imagine an AI-powered concierge that learns what your guest loves and proactively suggest activities, dining options, and even wellness services before they even ask. That's the key. It's like you just created an experience that's more intuitive and customers than anything your competitors will be offering. The question here is, anyone here that's already using AI for guest services, and let us know how that's working out, and if you are taking advantage of this in these matters that I just mentioned here. And let me know how, and don't be afraid to share both good experiences and bad experiences, because that's the key with this tool. This is we are not in this alone. We are in this together. We have to learn together how we can improve this and help hotels. Like I said, we want to not only explore new ways to generate revenue, we want to find new ways to amplify existing ways and take back the revenue that's lost to other channels. That's what we want to take ownership, so everybody can be happy. That this is an industry that will thrive, and we will get all the employees who will come there, because we now is starting a new culture with education, learning tech, learning all these new things, and value people for, and value them for what they're learning, and pay them for them what they're learning. And payment is something that is really interesting, or rewards or incentives. That's really something that is really interesting to look at when we see this in context with AI, because every employee is now become a content creator in some way. So their content is unique, and you have to reward them for that type of content that they're going to provide in context with the AI, that also you see that's adding value to the experience, and helping everybody learn, and helping the hotel bring in new customers. So reward and provide reward programs, new incentives for your employees. That is key to this. So they understand that, and see in practice that they are part of this movement that you're doing. Your revenue streams is going to take off totally, and you're going to create new experiences that no other can match for you. I hope, my friends, that you found some great value, some great insight in this, and that you see that combining AI with the blue ocean marketing principle, and focus on the fair process that I mentioned, that deals with engagement, expectation, explanations, expectation clarity, and the mindset is what's really going to help you drive all this forward. AI is here to make your hotel smarter, faster, and more efficient, and you will see that it's going to make you more creative, and your staff more creative, more innovative. With AI, they're going to learn faster, more help learn in ways that going to help them become more productive, and AI today is not just a hype. It's more become a commodity. It's because everybody today, when they have a smartphone, they have access to AI. You find you have used AI tools like Siri or Alexa or Echo, whatever. They use it for translations, in language translations on the smartphone, and now we see hotels using it for check-in processes. We use SMS to communicate with the guest. and we use it for facial recognitions, and so all these things are in place. Of course, we have to make sure that we are compliant with both local regulations and national regulations and international regulations. That is key. You have to be compliant, and whether you are a top tier hotel or one that needs a little help, AI can make the world of difference. But we need a strategy, we need a system, and you need to understand the process of becoming AI ready. Then you need to understand how to implement AI, and then you need to understand how AI works in day-to-day operations. And during all these three stages, of course, you need to make sure that you evaluate the process, assess the process, and work with your employees in every stage. So nothing comes as surprises. If things need to be changed, we want to make sure that you are proactive. We don't want you to invest in tools that you find out just a few months down the road that is not going to add the value that you anticipate. This is something that we're going to invest in for the long run, the long haul, and it's going to continue helping you amplifying the value. The value is not going to be a one-time thing that we increase 10% tomorrow and then it stops there. No, we're going to add layer on layer. So it's an ongoing amplification process where we're going to find new ways to create. Because that's what we see the power with AI. Is what we tap into, that creativity, that innovation, and that's why it's so important that you work with your employees. So if you found today's live stream valuable, make sure that you smash the like button, subscribe for more AI hospitality insight, share all my videos. There's all the videos here on my channel. Share it with your team, like those videos, and please give me some feedback. And if you have any feedback, anything you want me to address, don't hesitate to let me know. And drop off any comments, any success stories, or challenges for that matter that you experience with AI. I would love hearing that, because that's how we learn together, and we can make sure that we address the topics that are going to matter for your hotel, for hotels, and because we want to move, as I said, forward together. I focus my channels on the community, on the collaborations, on the partnership. And I'm not doing this for one hotel. I'm doing it for every hotelier. I'm also doing it for the guests and for the community, because the hotel experience now expand way outside the walls of the hotel. And that's what we need to really start to understand, and that's where AI really come into play. And there's so much more exciting topics for us to cover, but that is what we will take on today. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening here today, and I hope to see you back here again.